Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I appreciate all of you so very much. Today I am doing the follow-up video to my $1,000 Sephora Fantasy makeup basket, right? And it's taken me a minute to film this because I wasn't sure. I went through so much indecision on what I was picking out, and I think I ended up with some things that weren't exactly in that fantasy makeup basket. With that being said, you guys, I picked up this whole box of stuff from Sephora for like 30 bucks. So I couldn't help it. The reason why I got it all for like 30 bucks is because I had a gift card. So for those of you who don't know, I do have down in my description box, I take part in this thing called My Points, and it is for every email I read, I get points. Any survey I take, I get points. Any video I do, I get points. And with that point system, I can purchase real life gift cards for anywhere. And I had used some of those points, a lot of those points. I rack up points pretty quickly, but I'd use some of those points to purchase a gift card to Sephora. So I had $100 worth of gift cards for Sephora from My Points. And as I'm starting to build stuff up in my cart, you know, I always go into the rewards section because number one, I had a lot of points in the rewards. They update the reward section every Tuesday and Thursday. So every Tuesday and Thursday, like clockwork, I was going in there to see if there was anything new that I could afford with my points. And you guys, they had a $100 Rouge reward in there. So I got all of this stuff for 30 bucks because I had $100 in gift cards and $100 in Rouge rewards. So I'm so excited to show you guys what I got. And let's just dig in. Like I said, I do think that some of the items that I ended up purchasing were not on my fantasy basket, but this is my real life version of what I purchased from Sephora, the things that make me happy, that didn't cost me $1,000. And I also am trying to get out of the habit of shopping at Sephora just because of their point system, because if I'm honest, their point system kind of sucks. It's not amazing, but I was super glad to get a hold of one of those Rouge rewards with my points. And in addition to that, I spent all but 50 of my points getting some of this stuff as well. So some of this stuff in this box you'll see is actually point rewards, things that I purchased with my points, which is super sad. So here is my list of things that I purchased, and then of course my samples. I did get this Kosas sample, which will go into my sample bins. This is a Kosas Revealer Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer sample, and it does have 4 different shades on it. And then I also got this Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation sample card with 5 different samples on it. Super excited to try that out. I've heard really good things about that foundation, but I'm kind of unwilling to purchase it. It is a crap ton of money. And then also, for whatever reason, I got a 3rd sample, which doesn't always happen. But this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer sample card, and it does have 4 different shades as well. So the shades that I don't use in my sample series, the ones that don't match my complexion, I do always throw into my bins for a giveaway. When I do a giveaway coming up soon, we will have some of those samples to pull from to put into the boxes. Also my hair.
It hasn't been washed in a while. This is what hair looks like when it hasn't been washed in a while. It is out there. It's crazy right now. How's that? Does that look better? It's got this like mushroom feel to it.
Alright, let's move on. So, the first thing I picked up was this. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Mini Matte Trance Lipstick Trio. I love the containers to her lipsticks. I love the little lips that are on the components. I love that these are 3 different fun neon tones. This one is like a fire orange, and this one is like a, I would say, cantaloupe orange, and then we have like a yellow on here. This, she had 2 different sets. This is a sample size set. 2 different sets for $25. This one does have the more neutral tones in it. The other one had fun colors, and I just don't wear fun colors enough. So I wanted to try those. I do have some Pat McGrath lip glosses that are amazing. So I thought I would try those. I also got this. This is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer. And this is just their sample size. It, I think, was $15 for the sample size. This is just their bronzer stick, and I have heard phenomenal things about their bronzer stick, and I have to be honest, I am really partial to a cream bronzer or cream contour versus like blushes and whatnot. And their full-size one is huge. And I have some sample size Milk, like I have their blur stick. I think I have a highlighter stick from them. I have the watermelon cooling serum. I have a bunch of their sticks in sample sizes, and they've lasted forever. So I'm hoping that this is the same way, even though I use bronzer probably a lot more than I use one single highlighter or whatnot, but at least trying it out, I'm going to be able to justify spending the money for the full price if I love it. I did also get, well, what is this from? I got a Becca Ignite sample. Why do I have so many samples in here? This is weird. Like, Sephora doesn't send that many. Oh, this was a code. This was a code that I had. So, Becca Ignite sample. I also had a code for this one. This is a sample pack of hair stuff, which I think is great because we're running low on hair stuff in my sample bins, but I won't use the shampoo and conditioners that are in here if I have any, so those will go automatically into the giveaway drawers. But so far I've got an Amika nourishing mask for your hair. I've got a Living Proof Intense Moisture Mask also. I have an Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner. So these will go into the drawers for giveaway unless my daughter wants them. I also got a Way leave-in conditioner, so that's fun. I enjoy leave-in conditioners actually, more so than I like real conditioners. We got this Kerastase Nectar Thermique Polishing Nourishing Milk. No idea what that is. Then I've got this Christoph Robin Hydrating Melting Mask. Lots of hair masks. That's really cool. And I got this Love Lather Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner, just sample packet. That's the cutest sample packet I have ever seen. I won't use it, so that'll go also into my drawers. And then we have this Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strengthening Oil. So these will all go into my little sample drawers, which I appreciate because we're running out of hair samples. And then when I pull all the shampoo and conditioners out of there, we'll probably have far less. I got this with points. This is an Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. This is a new brand that Sephora has. Newer brand, I guess, that Sephora has. Interested in trying that. Always on the search for a new mascara. I got this with points. It's the Glow Recipe Watermelon Set, the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer, and the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. I did purchase this with points as well. I think this was like 300 points. Here's what's shitty about their point system. Like 300 points, legitimately, is an easy $175 spend, right? And this is what you get from that $175 spend. This is why Sephora's point system sucks. I picked this up with points. This was a 500 point purchase. This is a Fresh Rose Hydration Heaven set. It's got the Fresh Soy Cleanser, Fresh Rose Deep Hydrating face cream, the rose face mask, and a sugar rose fresh lip balm, which I think is a full-size lip balm. So there's that. I'm excited. I haven't tried much from Fresh. I think this honestly is the only thing I've ever tried from Fresh, and it's just their sugar coconut hydrating lip balm in a little tub. And I have to say I like it a lot, but that's the only thing I've tried from Fresh. So I'm really excited to try more. And then I also picked this up with points. That'll be the end of my point purchases, I do believe. This is also a 500 point purchase, and this is by Bare Minerals. This does have their Strength and Length mascara. It has a bronzer, a blush, a lipstick, and a setting powder. So there's that. Most of what I just showed you were samples, right? This I purchased. This was $25 regular price. This I purchased, which was $15 regular price. I purchased 2 foundations. I do believe that these were in my $1,000 cart. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating, and this is in the shade 260. This is what they shade matched me to when I was in the store, and I did utilize this foundation in my sample series from the samples that they gave me of the foundation. And initially I hated it. It doesn't look like it's the right shade, but this is the shade that I used and loved. I didn't think I was going to love it. And initially I didn't. Initially I kind of hated it. So the first time I put it on with a brush, and I hated what it looked like on my face. So the second time I used a sponge to apply it, and it was just so beautiful on my face. So I had to get that, and that I believe was in my $1,000 cart. This also was in my $1,000 cart, I'm sure of it. It is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and this one is in the shade Shell. You know, I had a sample card that I used with the stick foundation. I didn't think Shell was going to be my color, but I think that it is. I think that that is pretty perfect to me. Maybe a little bit light just because of the time of year, but I loved this foundation as well. So I'm excited to have this in my collection. I always am looking for a new foundation stick to love, so I'm excited to get to try this. And I, for whatever reason, was on this like foundation kick over the last 30 days, and I'm not sure why. Like, anytime we're out in public these days, I'm not even wearing foundation because you have to wear a mask. So why put a full face of makeup on and then put a mask on top of it? It doesn't make any sense to me. My biggest purchase, and what took up the majority of the monies that I spent, were these 2 items here. So, can you guess what these are? Probably, because the writing is right there on the thing. This is the Natasha Denona Love palette, and this is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. A couple of my friends have already purchased the Bronze palette. I'm glad I waited because I didn't have to spend the $65, but really these are the palettes that come with the hard casing and the smaller pans for the palette size. So realistically speaking, these are more consumer friendly than the other kind of palettes are. But you guys, I own so much Natasha Denona, and when I saw this palette, like, I could not pass it up, even though this isn't really my bag, right? I don't wear a whole lot of these tones. They're all neutrals, but my God, this is a pretty palette. And the last time I said that about a palette, I said that about the Natasha Denona Gold palette, and that is quite possibly my favorite Natasha Denona palette. I've learned my lesson not to say no, not me, ever with Natasha Denona palette. That is the first of the palette. This one is the Love palette. Oh, look at that pretty pink. I just love it. It's so pretty. This one has been out for a while. I think it came out Valentine's Day. And again, I'm glad I waited. It also is in the metal packaging with the smaller pans. And this is what that one looks like. I think I have plenty of her palettes, and I think that several of them are going to work beautifully with this palette. The first one that comes to mind is the Lila palette. So 2 new Natasha Denona palettes, 2 new foundations, 3 new lipsticks, granted sample size, and 1 new bronzer, again granted sample size. But I got all of this for $30 out of pocket. So I was really excited about that, and because it was really due to the fact that I did a Sephora Fantasy Basket, I wanted to come back, follow up with you guys. Typically my hauls happen all in my monthly haul and beauty budget recap, but this was the outcome of doing another video, so I just wanted to follow up with you guys and let you know what I actually did spend, what my realistic Sephora cart looked like. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed my little Sephora haul here. I hope that you enjoyed it or me enough that you are considering subscribing to my channel, and if you do, please don't forget to hit the notification bell. It will notify you every single time I upload a video, and I upload 3 to 4 times a week depending on the week. I wouldn't want you to miss anything. I also hope that you like the video enough that you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out here. I want to wish all of you well. I hope that this month so far is treating you kindly. I hope that you are well. I hope that your loved ones are well. I hope that when you're going out that you're wearing your mask, if not for yourself, for the people around you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate every single one of you so much. Please love each other, but love each other from afar. And until next time, bye guys. Cream concealer, or not cream concealer. Rewind. Scratch everything. Delete that part.